Happy Saturday afternoon, everybody, or Tuesday morning or Thursday at midnight, whenever you're watching this. But here, right now, it is Saturday afternoon here in Dallas, Texas. We're getting snow tomorrow. Ooh, but I have the conference on my mind. Yes, it's the middle of annual season, but you know, a lot of us, we work ahead of time. So I have today for this little video for you, I have 3 stories. I know you guys like my stories, or maybe you don't, just skip that part. I have 3 stories, 2 ideas, and 1 truth. I have to organize my brain that way. So here's the 3 stories. And they really come from when I first took my clients to the conference or invited them there. I was a newer EOSI, and when I got there, I remember thinking to myself, oh my gosh, my clients are gonna go learn from other EOS implementers. What if I have screwed it up? And this is kind of where these 3 stories comes from. So the first story, one of the clients came back from the conference and they said, hey Jill, we took a great breakout from Ken DeWitt and he talked about this tool called the 8 cash flow drivers. Do you know anything about that tool? Like, sheepishly, yes. Now, I hadn't taught them the cash flow drivers yet, but really when I looked into it, it was because I was justifying, I thought they didn't need it. But gosh, deep down, you know what? I didn't know the tool. I wasn't comfortable with the tool. So I got myself, I'm pretty sure Jonathan Smith kicked my rear end and Ken tutored me and I became familiar with it. But I love it now looking back at it, right? Hindsight 2020. It's a funny joke these days. But really looking back at it, that helped me. When that client asked for that tool because they had been exposed to it at the conference, it helped me become a better implementer. They implemented the tool. All things were good. So if that's a little bit of apprehension for you, this is good. They come back and ask questions that maybe you didn't even know were on their mind or that they needed answered. So that's good. Here's another story for you. This one's irritating. I've got a client that comes back from the conference. This is just a year, maybe not last year, but the year before. And they said, hey, oh my gosh, we learned this great thing called the 5 leadership abilities. Why haven't you ever taught us this? I don't know that those were their exact words, but they were just astonished at these 5 leadership abilities. Where can we learn more? What can we do? You know, and I talked to them on the phone and we had a good chuckle that really I've been introducing or teaching these for years. They're up along my whiteboard, those 5 words. I refer to them all the time. We did it in Focus Day. It's in your leadership team manual. But still, because I hadn't gone back and used the words 5 leadership abilities, just things weren't clicking. Now, how awesome is it that they had the chance to hear it from somebody else? They just heard it a different way, loved it, and came back and said, "What? Tell us more about this." It clued me into what they were needing at the time, and we went back to those 5 leadership abilities. I had even put them on a Christmas card like the year before. That's why the story is irritating, like 7 times. But again, they heard it maybe at the right time they needed it. Anyway, so there's that 3rd story, or the 2nd story there, about really, you know, the clients hear it a different way and there you go. They come back and ask you the right questions. Here's the 3rd one. This one was a little bit sad for me in the beginning. The client came to me and it was an integrator, and he said, you know, they had been having some struggles, right people, right seat, you know, still struggling to hit their goals. They'd been in the process, probably, excuse me, not COVID. They had been in the process probably about 2 years at this time and just still feeling like they were hitting some kind of a ceiling. And as he went to the conference and talked to other integrators, he came back and he felt a little disheartened. And that was the sad part. And he asked me the question, he said, what do I need to do to be that good? And it opened up his eyes to, it is possible to be that good as an integrator because he saw other integrators. So we just were able to have a really great discussion about what I see happening in really great integrators. Now this integrator has a really great end game story. It's never the end, but he has a really great end game because he made 3 bold choices in the next year that really helped break the company through that ceiling. But had he not attended the conference and saw how other integrators were thriving, he probably wouldn't have asked that question. Now, all 3 of these stories, my goodness, this is really great for the clients. And of course, we're help first. We're always in it to win it for the clients. But also, I hope you're seeing that these clients come back to you with really rich questions. And they come to you as their expert, and you're able to help them grow and develop the answers to those questions. We work with them, and it really raises you in their eyes as well. I know we don't like to talk about status very much, but just the importance of the relationship they have with you, what I've experienced is just heightened when you go to those deeper questions. All right, those were my 3 stories. I can never do a 60-second video. I've tried once and it was just too hard. Here's the 2 ideas. Here's 2 ideas for you. When I take my clients to the conference, before they go to the conference, because the conference committee does such a great job at putting the agenda together ahead of time, what I do is I schedule a call with that client. Sometimes it's the whole leadership team, sometimes just the integrator, but we go over the agenda and we co-create their agenda. Now they love that I'm giving input on the different implementers that are there. I'll say, oh my gosh, I know Sue Hawks, you need to go to this one. And so I know Sue Hawks and I know their specific issues right now. So I can say, sometimes I might even say, even though Sue Hawks is amazing and it would be wonderful and entertaining for you, client, maybe you don't need that topic right now. What the topic you might need is this. But we're always co-creating. I'm never telling them exactly what to do. But they love that. They feel special. And we know in psychology that when people feel special, they feel connected, they feel motivated. So yes, it's, the outcome is that they get better content curated for them. But again, they also just feel special. It ties them to me, not in a creepy way, but in a transformational way. Here's the other thing that I do, and you can do this year at the conference when you take your clients. But during the conference, I'm going to different sessions, and my clients are going to different sessions. I put together a text string or a text group. Gosh, I dated myself. A text group with all of the clients, and we text back and forth about really cool things that are happening or that they've seen. They take screenshots of the content, send it to each other. So they're starting to get to know each other. I'm going to talk about that in just 1 minute. But the other thing is sometimes I'll just take a screenshot and it's just for one client. And I'll say, wow, I did this in Nate Wolfson's thing on IDS. Even for crying out loud, I learned stuff at the conference. That's another story, another video. But I learned so much. When I see something that's really great for one specific client, I'm texting them saying, I just learned this for you. Again, it makes them feel special. It's like just so much information coming at them and they're really, really loving it. But again, it's that interaction. Okay, so those were the 2 ideas. Here's the one truth. Whenever I get clients together, especially at the conference, but even if I take them to a Dallas Stars game, hockey's coming back soon, people. Hang in there. Even when I take them to a hockey game or we just go out to dinner, anytime I get clients together, magically, the week later, I get referrals. They're just talking to each other about EOS. They're talking to each other about their shared experiences. Sometimes they're talking about how crazy Jill is. That's fine too. That's fine too. But when they are having that shared experience, it's on their mind. They're realizing that they're getting this really great service. They're going to want to refer you. all of these things that I've shared with you, the 3 stories about how we went deeper, the 2 ideas, things that I do at the conference, plus just that concept of getting the clients together. They're going to talk about you, good, bad, or ugly, or funny or crazy, but getting them talking about you, talking about EOS, this is what creates raving fans. So the conference is done for us. It's easy for me to invite people to the conference. I love to get them excited about it. Plus, you know, I'm a little bit social, just a little bit. And I just love that environment and the energy where we see all of these entrepreneurial companies growing and learning together. So that's what's been on my mind. Maybe it'll snow tomorrow, maybe not. But I do hope to see you at the conference. I hope to see lots of your clients. And I hope this was a good, valuable, almost 11 minutes. Have a good day. Bye-bye.